I am zoologist and adventurer Nigel Marvin. For years I've crisscrossed the globe in search of the most dangerous animals alive today. But just imagine a prehistoric safari. My dream is to meet the largest and most extraordinary creatures that have ever lived. To travel back in time and walk with dinosaurs.
Hello everybody and welcome to my 440 subscriber special, in which I will be breaking down The Giant Claw, or the first episode of Chased by Dinosaurs. This episode is hosted by Nigel Marvin and is the first Walking With thing to be hosted by him. Other than that, I don't have much to say in this intro, so let's get into it. The episode is set 75 million years ago in Mongolia, in a hodgepodge of the Nemegt and Djurgta formations, both from the late Cretaceous of Mongolia. The Djurgta was laid down approximately 75 to 71 million years ago, and the Nemegt was laid down approximately 70 million years ago. It was filmed on Fraser Island in Queensland. Saurolophus was a sauropophene euhadrosaur from the late Cretaceous, approximately 70 to 66 million years ago, of Mongolia and Canada, meaning it lived in the right place to appear, but didn't evolve for approximately 5 billion years after the episode's setting. It would not have had thumb spikes, and its hand would have been covered in a hoof-like structure like other hadrosaurs. It would have had a horny beak rather than a duck-like snout. It should also have a more humped back, and it is also undersized in the episode, with Nigel giving an estimate of 8 tons rather than the more commonly thought around 11 tons. Protoceratops was a protoceratopsid coronosaurian from the late Cretaceous, approximately 75 to 71 million years ago, of China and Mongolia, meaning it lived in the right place and time to appear. For some reason, the Protoceratops reuses a modified baby Torosaurus CG model. It should probably be slightly less heavily built and have a longer tail with a fin-like structure on the top. It should also have a tiny horn-like structure on its nose. Cycads, ferns and conifers appear. There is a potential conifer, radicytes, known from the Djurgta formation, although it is only known from roots, and an indeterminate Araucarias from the Nemegt formation. Velociraptor was a Velociraptorine eudromaeosaur from the late Cretaceous, approximately 75 to 71 million years ago, of Mongolia and probably China, meaning it lived in the right place and time to appear. It should have feathers. Velociraptor's claw is shown being used to disembowel and slash prey, when it was in reality not designed for this, rather being used for raptor prey restraint, where it would jump on top of small prey and pin it down with its claws. Velociraptor was believed to be crepuscular, active at dawn and dusk, not diurnal, and to have lived in deserts, not forests. It also most likely did not hunt in packs. At one point Nigel finds a scorpion. There are no scorpions known from either the Nemegt or Djurgta formations, nor the nearby Barun Goyot. A pterosaur appears, reusing a slightly modified version of the Quetzalcoatlus model. It is externally identified as Ajdarko. It has the same inaccuracies as the Quetzalcoatlus, needing longer legs, a more robust neck, and head and beak. There are indeterminate Ajdarkids known from both the Djurgta and Nemegt formations that this could be. Ajdarko itself also went extinct 17 million years before the episode's setting, and lived in a different part of Asia. Mononychus was a Mononychine alvarezsaurid from the late Cretaceous, approximately 70 million years ago, of Asia, meaning it lived in the right place to appear but didn't evolve for almost 5 million years after the episode's setting. It would have most likely had feathers similar to that of most modern birds rather than the strange rat-height-like feathers it has in the episode. It is oversized, being stated to be 6 feet long when they only reached a maximum of 3.9 feet or 1.2 meters long in reality. It also has way too long legs for an Alvarezsaurid, with its legs and body structure overall being much more similar to that of an ornithomimid rather than Mononychus. Nigel mentions monitor lizards being from the episode's setting. True monitors, belonging to the genus Varanus, only date back to the Miocene, but there are varanids known from the Digerta, Uvu and Telmosaurus. Tarbosaurus was a Tyrannosauran eutyrannosaur from the late Cretaceous, 70 to 66 million years ago, of Asia, meaning it lived in the right place to appear but didn't evolve for approximately 5 million years after the episode's setting. Its arms should not be able to pronate, and it is slightly shrink-wrapped. Therizinosaurus was a therizinosauride from the late Cretaceous, 70 million years ago, of Asia, meaning it lived in the right place but didn't evolve for almost 5 million years after the episode's setting. It should probably have at least some feathers. Therizinosaurus was not able to pronate its wrists, and it should not be shrink-wrapped. The series accurately depicts its claws as not designed primarily for warding off predators, but still able to be used for this.
I am zoologist and adventurer Nigel Marvin. I've spent my whole life searching the world for the largest animals alive today. But I've always wanted to meet the ultimate giants. To go on a prehistoric safari amongst the largest land animals ever. To travel back in time and walk with dinosaurs.
Hello everybody and welcome back to my 460 subscriber special, in which I will be breaking down the second episode of Chased by Dinosaurs, Land of Giants. And without any further ado, let's get into it. It is set 100 million years ago in Argentina, 25 million years before the Giant Claws setting. It is set in the Huincal Formation of Patagonia, which was actually laid down from approximately 97 to 83 million years ago, meaning that the oldest fossils in the Huincal Formation were deposited about 3 million years after the episode's setting. It was filmed on La Palma in the Canary Islands. An unidentified iguanodont appears. It is often identified by fans as Macrogryphosaurus. Macrogryphosaurus was an elasmarian, not an iguanodont, ornithopod from the late Cretaceous, approximately 93 to 89 million years ago, of Patagonia, meaning it lived in the right place to appear, but didn't evolve for approximately 7 million years after the episode's setting. There was a different elasmarian known from the right place and time to appear, Chacosaurus. Although it looks wrong for a Chacosaurus, which was an obligate biped and would have been more slender and had feathers. Giganotosaurus was a Giganotosauran carcharodont from the late Cretaceous, 99 to 95 million years ago, of Patagonia, meaning it lived in about the right time to appear. Giganotosaurus did not live alongside Argentinosaurus in the Huincal Formation. Instead, it lived in the nearby Candelaris Formation. Mapusaurus, a close relative of Giganotosaurus that was, at the time of production, tentatively assigned to Giganotosaurus, did live with Argentinosaurus in the Huincal. It is stated to be the largest carnivorous dinosaur. This is not true, as Tyrannosaurus rex was larger. Its head should also be bulkier, and it would not have had such pronounced brow ridges. In fact, these are a trait to another carcharodontosaur, which is also known from the Huincal Formation, Meraxes, which was only named a couple of years ago. Argentinosaurus was a Longosaurian titanosaur from the late Cretaceous, 96 to 92 million years ago, of Patagonia, meaning it lived in the right place to appear but didn't evolve for approximately 4 million years after the episode's setting. Its neck and torso should be held more vertically. Its face looks completely wrong, it should be more brachiosaur-like rather than resembling a wolf eel. The max weight of Argentinosaurus has been scaled down since the episode's release, from approximately 92 to 80 tons. Sarcosuchus appears. Sarcosuchus was a phyllidosaurid, tetrasuchian, an extinct clade of crocodiliforms from the early Cretaceous, approximately 133 to 112 million years ago, of Brazil and Africa, meaning it lived around the right place, but went extinct approximately 12 million years before the episode's setting. It is majorly oversized, with Sarcosuchus' size being re-estimated in more recent years, with that just being the larger African species, while the South American species, which appears in this episode, was even smaller than that one. Pteranodon was a pteranodontian ornithocheiroid from the late Cretaceous, 86 to 84 million years ago, of North America, meaning it didn't evolve for approximately 14 million years after the episode's setting, and lived in the complete wrong continent. Its beak should curve slightly upward at the tip. Pteranodon should have pycnofibers. It should be sexually dimorphic, with females being smaller and having smaller crests. And pterosaurs are now known to have been able to take off using just their limbs, not relying on updrafts at the coast. Ornithocheirus returns from Giant of the Skies. Tropognathus, which the Ornithocheirus in Walking with Dinosaurs is based on, was a Tropognathian anhanguerid from the early Cretaceous, 112 million years ago, of South America, meaning it lived in the right place but went extinct approximately 12 million years before the episode's setting. The Tropognathus is still oversized, with the wingspan being 13 meters in the show rather than the 9 meters it was in real life. It should also have pycnofibers, and it is still shrink-wrapped. And that was Land of Giants. I hope you enjoyed this video. Join me next time when I'll be breaking down the first episode of Walking with Caveman, and if you liked this video, leave a like, maybe subscribe if you want to see more. I have a Discord server, which is linked in the description, and I'm also probably gonna try and stream again at some point soon. But yeah, that's all for this video. Goodbye.